Good morning, YouTube. So, we're going to do a little update today. We've got our Baretta Special 2020 that we bought, or 21, not sure. Either way, so we did a full review on this already. Just going to give you a little heads up of what I've done since. On the last one, like I described, put Wilkerson tuners on. Tremendous help, big difference. We did the remove a spring on the trim and clip the capacitor, and then put lube on everything, made it trim work a lot better. Since then, we have upgraded to a new DiMarzio tone zone. It is a 4-wire, so now we also have push-pull on our volume. Volume I redid and installed a CTS, obviously push-pull 500K pot. Put 3 springs, which are more smoother, more flexible spring, not as tight, not as clamping down, and then readjusted the stock trim. But on there, I was still having issues with kind of binding and pinching. Not terrible, but enough I didn't like it. So on the 6 mounting screws that mount your trim down, I just slightly loosened them. You know, maybe anywhere from a quarter turn to a half turn out. So that way it just had a little bit of play in there, which tremendously helped. The main problem you're going to find with this trim is that the front on the knife edge, it just isn't real aggressive. So no matter how much you want to dive it, you're only going to be able to dive it just a little bit, because that knife edge where it comes up, which is what allows you to tilt, it doesn't have much to it. So other than that, everything else is still the same. Eventually, I probably still will put a different trim on. I'm just debating on which route I want to go. Right now I'm looking at the Wilkerson, debating on either the classic 6-point or the 6-screw vintage style, which is what this is. They have the 2-point floating style, which looks pretty awesome, but then you have to remove this, drill in, and I mean, it's a lot more work. Or the Vega trim, which a lot of guys love. They say it's one of the best, but it's also $300. So it depends on if you want to spend $300 on a guitar that costs $179. So, just a little update. We'll do some tones with the new tone zone. Still not sure if I'm sold on this pickup yet or not. I enjoy it. It has a lot more rip to it. I think this one is 14 or 14.9K, so it's really hot. The stock one I don't remember. I think that one was like a 10 or 12. I ran a Kramer or a Wilkerson. Let's see, that was trying to remember what they called it. I don't remember off the top of my head, I'm sorry. But that one was right around a 9. That one was pretty good, enjoyed it. The stock one was just as good. This one I do like a lot better. It's got a more pronounced mid. This is the pickup that they kind of worked with Eddie Van Halen to kind of create back, I think that was, I want to say mid-80s, something like that. Sorry if I'm off on my dates, but so I mean, it's a good pickup. The push-pull is nice. You can clean it up with volume and work it that way. So we'll do a little bit of tones and kind of go from there. So we'll start clean with the push in, so that's full humbucker. And by the way, this is once again my Marshall DSL 40. We're running clean channel gain. It looks like we're just a hair over 9 o'clock, so barely any gain. We're running it pretty clean. Most of my controls are flat. So we've got treble, looks like at 1, mids at noon, bass at 1, presence we're running a little heavier at 2, resonance at 1, and then the reverb on the amp is cranked because it doesn't have much. We'll run it right now with no effects, because I do have the EVH 5150 overdrive that we run to the front of the amp, and then I've got a pod go that everything goes to the back of the amp for just all my effects, you know, like phasers, chorus, all that good stuff. So right now this is the amp dry, just the amp. Sorry about the sour note. So with the volume full on 10, it's got a little bite to it, but if I just roll that back to about 6, you can hear it. It does get a lot brighter, a lot more sparkle to it, which is nice. So then we'll do a push. So this is pulled, so a single coil. You got to turn it up because you do lose a little volume with a single coil. And it's nice. It's a nice single coil sound. I don't use it a ton. I'm kind of spoiled with just the bridge on here. It's really fun. So that's kind of clean. So let's do a little dirty. Let's turn on 5150. And then we'll turn on a little bit of effects as well. So we've got a chorus running here, a little bit more reverb, and just a small EQ boost. To about 1 with my overdrive kicked in, it does clean up. Now the 5150 overdrive is heavy. It doesn't clean up as nice as some of the other overdrives that I've used, but it's an awesome sound. I love this pedal. tones weren't the best as far as playing. It's early in the morning, I'm sorry. But you can kind of get an update on just what we've done. No matter what, this is a fantastic guitar for the money. Still can't put it down. Play the crap out of it all the time. It's fantastic guitar. So hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Thanks, guys.